In this video, I'm gonna go through everything that you need to know about how to track with the DJI RS4 Mini. So when you have the little tracking module and you have this on your gimbal, you could do some pretty cool things where the camera is gonna track you and be able to track your subject locked on in the center the entire time or somewhere else in the frame. There are a lot of ways that you can kind of play around with this tracking to be able to make it very useful for the type of scene that you're shooting. And you have to kind of play around with the settings to understand how each one works. And so that's what I'm going to show you in this video. We're going to go through all the settings and I'm going to show you how the camera responds and how the gimbal responds when you turn different settings on or off. First, what I want to do is start recording on this camera. So I'll do the peace sign. Takes a second or two. And if you have the Bluetooth set up, your camera's going to start recording. Now I'm recording here as well. There's actually 4 different hand signals that you can use when you're tracking. So out of the box, the peace signal gives you that start and stop record. Just the palm up will start and stop your tracking, but you could switch either one of these to the OK sign. Now the 4th signal that you have is creating like a picture frame with your hands. This allows you to readjust the frame. And you're basically going to be using 3 of these when you're out filming. So you could actually go in your settings and set up which hand gesture you want to do what. The only one that you can't change is the reframing. That one's always going to be your reframing. The other ones you can shuffle around and do whatever you want with them. Pull to the left, and this is going to be everything for your tracking. So there's 2 different composition modes. You could either keep the current framing or you could center your tracking. So centering, basically the gimbal's always going to move to center, whereas keeping the current tracking, if you're off to like 1/3 and you start the tracking, the gimbal's going to keep the camera in that position and always track you even though you're not dead center. Now there's the active track speed, so you could go slow, medium, or fast, and that's how fast it responds as it's tracking you. You have a ring light option, so that's the little light on the tracking camera itself. You'll see that there's a red and a green light. When it's red, it's not tracking. When it's green, it's tracking. And then you have your gesture settings. So let's start tracking. Right now I have it in pan follow mode. And it's gonna operate differently if you're using pan follow or pan tilt follow. And I also have my composition on center tracking. So no matter where I'm at, when I start tracking, it's gonna put me right in the center. Now I must have put my hand up because it's already tracking. You can tell that this tracking locks on pretty easily. So I'm gonna stop the track. I'm gonna step over here and I'm gonna put my hand up and it's gonna center framing. So that is the composition of center frame. There's another option for keep current framing. So if you're off to 1/3 or the other third, then it will start tracking you in that third. Let me show you. So we're gonna go to keep current framing. I'm gonna turn off the tracking and I'm going to readjust myself over this way. Put the hand up and now it's gonna track me while I'm in the third. Now I'm over here. Let's say I wanna reframe this. Put the picture frame up, step over here, do this again, and now it's gonna start tracking me from that other side. So no matter what mode you're in, if you're in center framing or if you're in keep current framing, the reframing will allow you to step around and move even if you started with that center framing. So that's one thing to note. The center framing is very much for when you first start, but you can reframe by using the picture frame style of hand gesture. All right, so let's put it on center tracking subject. And I'm gonna step over here. You can see in this camera, I'm really off to the side. I'll put my hand up. It's gonna center me. Okay, so now we're tracking. I've been doing this all in pan follow mode. So what that means is as I move around, you're gonna see that the camera is gonna keep the horizon on the same level the entire time. Even if I go down and up, the camera's gonna stay level. So this is a great mode if you wanna make sure that your camera is just following you left and right, but it's not going up or down. Now, if I switch this into pan tilt follow, now, as I move, the gimbal's gonna follow me. So when I go down, the gimbal's gonna come down here, and you can see as I'm walking, I'll come over here to these little pillars. If I jump up, camera's gonna come up. When I go down, camera's gonna go down. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So with pan tilt follow, your gimbal is gonna be moving more free, up and down and left and right. Now, if I just go into pan follow, you lose that up and down. So the tilt stays locked. And as I move further away, you'll see that even if I go up and down, it's just following me on that horizontal axis. Now, the cool thing with the tracking is that it will track you up to 30-ish feet, about 10 meters. So you could go a distance away. It's going to continue to track you wherever you're going. Now, one thing to note, my speed is on fast. So as you see, I'm moving and the gimbal's responding very quickly. This is good if you want to kind of always be centered or always be in the spot that you've selected and the gimbal doesn't really lag behind. Let's pause this. And I could switch my settings. And I'm going to go down to medium now. You have 3 speeds, slow, medium, fast. So now we're on medium. Let's kind of move that same way. So as I move around, you see it's a little bit slower to respond. It's still snappy, but it's not as fast as the fast. You see that there's a little bit of kind of drag that happens. Let's pause it. Now let's go to slow. So I do that same kind of movement. You can see it really struggles to keep up. It's not meant for fast movements. When you're in the slow setting, this is great if you want more of like a clean, slow, gentle motion. Maybe you're walking, doing something slow, but it's not for big, quick motions. It's for following someone and trying to make it a little smoother, a little nicer, because that's what you want with a gimbal. You want smooth, cinematic style shots. And slow is great for that, but depending on what you're filming, you might want to put on medium or fast if you want it to snap around to keep your subject in the middle of the frame. Now, one of the things that you're going to see when you're tracking using this gimbal is the little light. So there's a little ring light. It's hard to see here in the bright sunlight, but it's green when it's tracking, it's red when it's off, and it flashes yellow when it's starting to record, stopping to record, and also when you're reframing, it will flash yellow. So you basically have these different colors that indicate what's going on with the intelligent tracking module at any time. Now, out here in the bright sunlight, you can kind of see it. Like right now I can see that it's red. It's just not super vibrant. But when you're indoors or you're in a darker setting, maybe there's some clouds up, it's not bright blue sky like it is right now, then you'll definitely be able to see this. All right, so now I've switched over to vlog mode. I am tracking myself. Make sure you head over to the Creator Film School if you want to check out some of my LUTs that I use for color grading all of my footage. And also on the Creator Film School, I have a ton of courses, how to make adventure videos, and just everything that goes through the whole process of being a successful creator. And I highly suggest after watching this video, check out this playlist of gimbal moves. It's going to give you a ton of ideas. And even if it's a different style of gimbal, a different camera, doesn't matter. The gimbal moves will be the same no matter what gimbal you work with, and it'll just give you a ton of ideas of what to shoot when you're out filming. And so I'll see you over there.